please get it.
Had to be 1964. My mom took me to see the Monkees
Oh, no way.
live
That's so cool.
at Forest Hills,
Davy Johnson.
Yeah, Davy
and Jimi Hendrix opened up for them,
No.
Wow.
and they booed him off the stage.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Because he was black?
No, because he wasn't the Monkees.
Because he's playing the guitar with his
Yeah.
fucking teeth.
Yeah.
And
they
everybody was
booed-
into
and he dropped the guitar and he gave everybody the finger.
Oh,
And
really?
it was like, whoa, you know. And I
He wasn't a star. At
no,
the
he
time.
wasn't. This
Oh,
is you know this is
64.
before, yeah.
Right.
And I did Google it, and for sure enough, it was Jimi Hendrix.
that's
It was
unbelievable.
Jimi Hendrix. So it's
And how old were you, Bill? Like, were you a little
64.
child?
64 is
I
probably
got,
like
I got a
9.
great, I got a great Led Zeppelin story, and Dean
tell it.
could vouch for me. I was playing in a place called Jilly's on 58th Street,
God.
and one night I'm playing there. I was there 3 nights a week, just a piano bar doing standards. I was
Right.
with a piano player who stopped learning songs in like 1951.
Fingers.
He didn't know anything after that. Okay, so I had to stick to standards, right? So who walks in one night? Robert Plant, and he comes in, and the little barmaids and stuff like that, they all recognized him
Right.
right away. And I went up to him. I said to my piano player, I said, "That's Robert Plant." And he's like, "Robert Plant?" You know, he had no idea who it was. I said, "Come on, Stairway to Heaven." He's like, "Yeah, I think I heard of them." I said, "Led Zeppelin?" "Yeah, I heard of them." Whatever. So I go up to him. Yeah, it was amazing that he didn't know him. But like I said,
You mean
it's
the
just
Hindenburg?
standards. Yeah, didn't know. So he's an old timer. So I said, Robert, now this guy was a union guy, so we just took a break. And I don't care if we play 45 minutes and 15, 20 minutes off. It's union. So he'll pull the fucking plug if you go for a minute longer, right? So he was done after 45 minutes set. So I said, we got to keep going. I want Robert Plant to hear me sing, right? Took a break. So I go over to Mr. Plant and I said, you know, we're getting up in like 15 minutes. He said, Louis, this is when smoking was in the plate. He said, Louis, I work tonight at the
Jones Beach. He was
Theater.
doing Jones Beach.
I'm doing Jones Beach Theater tomorrow with the Honeys. He wasn't with Led Zeppelin now.
He was
with
the
the
Honeysuckles.
Honeysuckles.
Yep.
He said the smoke in here is bothering my voice. He said, but I don't have any work the next, after tomorrow. Do you work tomorrow? I said, yeah. He goes, I'll come back in to see you sing, but I gotta go now. He leaves. Never thought he was gonna come back. I bring my Led Zeppelin CD.
Now, you called me that. Then you
Called him
called
that
me and said,
night.
yo, bro, Rob Plant, I
I
come.
bring my Led Zeppelin CD.
Yeah, just
And I say to my piano player, John, I said, John, I want you to listen to this. This is who was in last night. And I play Stairway to Heaven, thinking he's got to know that song. So he's like, yeah, I've heard of it. And he's listening, and he goes, and he thinks rock guys are like, they're terrible, like compared to jazz guys. Like he's very
Jazz
biased.
musicians hate
he's
rock
biased.
musicians. That is true.
So he's listening, and he goes, there's some really cool changes in this song. I said, that's what was cool about Led Zeppelin. They weren't just, A, B, C.
Right.
They were really good. So we get back in the place, and he goes at the piano. He starts playing the changes to Led Zeppelin, but it sounded like Mac the Knife. And I'm going, there's a stairway that shows all that children is gold. I'm doing like a Bobby Darin version. Everyone's hysterical laughing in the place, right? So I said, you better cut that out, Sure enough, an hour later, Robert Plant walks in with all the honeysuckles. The whole band comes in. And I do like my couple of songs, like, standards. And the barmaids come up to me and go, do what you were doing before. And I was like, shut up with that, I said,
This is a true story.
and they go,
I was there.
do it. Here, just do it. Just do a little of it. And I'm like, no. So John starts playing the Led Zeppelin, the lounge,
The lounge Stairway to Heaven.
and I start doing it.
Dear
And
Shaw.
he was loving it. The honeysuckles were bent over laughing. He's laughing. He goes, every time I walk into a bar, the band goes right into my stairway. No one's ever changed it or done it like that. He goes, so then he goes, would you mind if I sing a song? Now, there were people in there that just paid money to see him at Jones Beach Theater and sit in the back. Now
$80.
we're in a little place like this boat, and he's going to sing a song. So I said to
Three times the size of the boat.
I said, Robert, he's not going to know anything that you know. So you could sing, but he's not going to know anything. And he goes, he'll know this one. And he gets up and he does.
Did Bobby Darin, didn't he?
No, he does a song called Nature Boy. It's
that's
an
right.
old jazz song by Nat King Cole. He called an old jazz song which John knew like the back of his hand.
Right.
He
They
nailed
both
it.
nailed it.
He nailed it.
It was
I mean, when
scary.
he called Nature Boy, and this was the best line of this. So now I take the mic and I said that Nature Boy by Robert Plant, unbelievable. It's like a 40s song. And John leans over and he goes like this. He goes, as I take the mic, John, my piano player, leans over and goes, you know, Lou, he's not a bad singer.
The greatest rock singer of all time.
He's got
Because to him,
The greatest rock singer of all time.
you know, Lou,
Unbelievable.
he's not a bad
he's
singer.
got a career, maybe.
Yeah, like that.
Right.
Like he's got
That's a
some
great
talent.
story.
Yeah.
Great story.
Like this guy can make it. This
Yeah,
guy can do something.
exactly
like
what he
that.
said. He said, Lou, you know something? He's not a bad singer. Because in his mind, rock singers are bad singers, I guess, you know.
Yeah, well,
But-
because, you know, rock and roll, you know, jazz musicians look at a rock and roll like
All they're narrow. Jazz musicians.
they have a very narrow mind.
very
yeah.
narrow mind.
Yeah, they
I
do.
I
They
was
do.
never like that. Even though my backbone is jazz, I do not have a narrow mind.
The 12 ugliest womanizers in show business.
Okay.
Is Lou's on?
Wait, can I pick
The
some?
12. No, I don't agree with everybody on the list, but hold
Okay.
on.
This
The
is
12
good.
ugliest womanizers in show
Oh, this is good.
So the first one I definitely agree, although he's cleaned his shit up considerably. Marilyn Manson
Oh, absolutely.
is definitely one of the 12 ugliest womanizers. But he's
Scary,
hung out
too.
with a shitload of
Most gorgeous women, man.
supermodels.
Like gorgeous, gorgeous women.
Although he's cleaned up pretty well, he's cut his hair. He doesn't have as much fucking makeup.
Do you have a
Doesn't look
picture
like he
there?
puts it on with a spray gun anyway.
Yeah.
Here's a picture of him.
Let me
So
see.
he's
Wow.
first. He's
Oh, he
first.
cleaned his act
He
up.
cleaned his act up. She's not.
Oh,
but,
wow.
But there's a couple of beauties in here. So the next one is Adrian Brody.
Yeah, he's got bigger nose than Lulu.
So Adrian
You're right.
Brody is they're supposed to be 13, but my computer crapped out after the 10th, so I only have like probably 10. So Adrian Brody is on the list of.
I love
He was in Summer of Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We were just talking about it.
Is that his girl? Wow.
Man, she's hot.
Beautiful.
So
But that nose is what makes him.
now this guy I don't think belongs on the list.
Okay.
Charlie Sheen.
No way. He
I
ain't
don't think he
ugly.
belongs on that
No
list.
way. He's like,
Right?
he's
But he's on
handsome.
there.
Maybe he's like
He's on there.
he's a womanizer because he's
All right.
He's a womanizer.
He's a womanizer,
But he's not ugly.
I don't think he's an
No, but
ugly
he's
dude.
looking a little. He's looking a little
You
beat
think
up.
he's
now.
an
Well, you've been looking at reruns of
Right.
2.5 Men
Right.
20 years ago.
Oh my god.
That's a lot. And he did a lot of drinking.
I'm
and
not
drugs,
quite
too.
sure who this guy looks like in this picture,
Right.
but it's
Yes.
Sean Penn, and they said
Okay.
he's short, and he's on the list of one of the ugliest womenizers. So he's Sean
Sean Penn?
Penn.
I always thought Sean Penn was
I don't think he's a bad looking
kind
guy.
of cool.
You know.
He's
Spicoli?
He's so cool.
Now this guy
Yes.
looks like he was beat in the face with a bag of quarters.
Yes.
This guy's in bad shape right
Yeah.
here.
Mick Jagger.
Oh man,
Yeah.
Faccia brutta.
he was never
That's bad.
handsome.
Well, his
That's
other,
bad.
his other partner too. I don't
That's,
even know how
that's
he's
not
still
good.
alive.
That's not a good photo.
Faccia brute.
Oh, fuck, forget about that face. Even his
He's
mother.
the most
Even his
disgusting.
mother couldn't even his mother couldn't love that.
He looks like he looks like
He looks
I
like
don't
an
know why.
old,
My
like
mom
a
always
wrinkled-
said that he looked like,
Like he had a fight with the 6 train.
His,
Yeah.
his body was on backwards.
This guy
fell off a tree and hit
Quentin
every branch.
whatever his name is.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a weird looking dude. Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah.
Uma Thurman he
Yeah, but
had?
when you're a director, I guess you can grab a cup. He had Uma Thurman? Mick Jagger? 'Cause this
Daryl
is-
Hahn.
In my
this was
opinion,
his
I
girl.
think this guy
Uma
coming
Thurman
up
was
is
his girl.
Look, Uma Thurman.
Okay, so this guy, in my opinion,
Minnie
is,
Driver he had?
Well, he's not even alive anymore.
he looks like he's dead even
Who's
when
that?
he's alive.
Keith Richards. He did the Pirates of the Caribbean with Johnny Depp. He
That's-
played one of the
that's
pirates.
That's not a great photo.
I hear he's
Johnny
a-
Depp.
I hear
is-
this guy's a
he's
great
on there,
guy.
right? He's gorgeous, Johnny Depp.
No, he's not on
no.
They
there.
must mean like Keith Richards is one ugly motherfucker.
So next on the list, number 8 on the list is Kid Rock.
He had
Yeah.
Pam though.
Yep,
Oh,
there
yeah.
she is.
Yeah,
And there
yeah,
she
yeah.
is.
I'll be on this list.
Right.
Kid.
This guy, forget it. This guy coming up, I think he wins right here. Number 9 on the list is scary looking fucking Iggy Pop.
Oh man.
Iggy Pop
Looks
is
like-
scary.
That's
Oh,
I feel
God.
bad.
I wish they
I
could
feel
see
bad
this
for
picture.
PepsiCo.
Is that scary?
He's got the
You gotta
Schweppes-
post that
the
picture.
Schweppes.
Oh, my
He's got the
God.
Schweppes logo behind him. They must
Wait, what chicks was he with
Bridget.
though? What girls was he with though? They don't
He
say.
was with.
Are you kidding me? Oh
He's got to be
God,
one of the
that's
oldest men
horrible.
alive.
This does not look like Mickey Rourke to me. He looks like another
Mickey
musician.
Rourke
I
is
can't
weird.
think of who it is.
He has
He doesn't look like-
metamorphosed
Yeah.
Mickey.
He was handsome though as a kid.
Oh, remember him in
Yeah.
what was that? 9.5 Weeks.
9.5 Weeks.
There was
Poker
another
Greenwich
movie
Village.
he played in. He was running around with a sports jacket on. He was in the Caribbean.
This is,
somewhere.
I think. By the way, this is in my book the prettiest girl in Hollywood, Charlize Theron.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
I don't know. That's not Charlize Theron. You
I
know?
think that's Charlize
No, it's
Theron.
not. You're a
This
crazy
is
man.
Pete-
That's not her, Bubba.
It's Pete
No,
Doherty.
not
I'm
at
not
all.
sure who that is. Who is
I know who Pete Doherty. He's this lead singer for a band. What are they? Green. What are they called?
Yeah, he could fix himself up.
He's not bad looking.
Fallout Boy. Fallout
And
Boy.
last
He's a
but
heroin
not
addict.
least on the list, let's see.
Prince.
No,
He was a womanizer.
who's the last rock and roller on the list? Come on.
Steven Tyler.
Billy Joel. Oh, Steven Tyler.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I know my
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no,
not a great list to
that's
make,
not
you
Charlize,
know.
bro. That's
not a
Charlize.
list you want to make.
No.
But I don't agree with everybody. I don't
No.
think
Most of them I
Charlie
agree
Sheen
with.
should be
Most
on
of them
there,
I agree with.
You know.
Most of them I do agree with.
I don't think
Iggy
this
Pop.
kid should be on there.
Let me
either.
see Pete Doherty.
Iggy Pop.
Iggy
Pete
definitely.
Doherty is
Well, he
I
owns
think
that
jumping.
list.
I love Billy
He
Joel.
owns
He's my
it.
favorite writer of all time, but he could have made the list. I mean, I don't know if he was a womanizer though, but he is.
Who's
not.
that?
Billy Joel was never handsome.
No, he never.
Never.
No.
And he looks like a really old.
He's got a
man now.
handsome wallet, and that's all he needs.
Yeah,
Right.
but
That's equal.
Sean
That's
Penn.
equalizer.
Sean Penn, I think, was in 1 year was named like one of the sexiest men in America.
Oh,
or something.
Sean Penn?
Sean
Made that
was,
list.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
Yeah. I
so
mean,
that's the 13 ugliest womenizers, but I only had 12. So I'm wondering who the last one is now.
Tell you what, Sean Penn had some pretty hot women.
Aggressively auditioning. How did that happen? How did you get your
No.
first?
I was singing. I was already singing at a very very young age. And
He used to do an Elvis
I used to
impersonation
do an
at like
Elvis
8, 9 years old.
Yeah, I've been
that
singing
that would
since-
blow you away. I
since
guarantee
I
it's
was-
better than Dino Bravo.
I was doing Louis Prima at
It's
5 years old. I mean,
amazing.
I was always
You're
entertaining.
doing the ghetto on the guitar.
You gotta see
Oh, that's a good one.
the
It's a great
Elvis
song.
It's a
thing.
great
I
song.
think I know that one.
I could do that
I
one.
think I know.
So there was an actor. There was an actor in my neighborhood. You might know Mike Starr.
Yeah, I know,
You know Mike.
Yeah, sure.
So
he,
Mike
was, he was
Starr.
in Summer of Sam.
Yeah, he was in Summer
Yeah.
Sam. He was in a lot of stuff. So we had scoops at the time on Middletown and Crosby Avenue, and Mike used to come in. He used to go to Garbers, and he was like this neighborhood celebrity. And we just saw him, and he was the
The guy in the Frenchie.
he was the clown too.
Yeah.
In Uncle Buck.
Yes.
Oh
Get
my
back in your
God.
mouse.
That's
Remember
so
John
funny.
Candy tells him,
Yes.
"Get back in your mouse."
That's him?
Yeah, that's when Mike
He
started.
was
So
in Dumber and Dumber in
Dumber
the middle.
and Dumber. So when
Oh,
he
wow.
was beat up by Kevin Costner in The Bodyguard, Whitney Houston, he was the
wow.
bodyguard.
Well, he was in
So-
Goodfellas.
Yeah,
He was-
Goodfellas.
He
He
got
was
thrown in
Frenchie.
the.
I'm the
yeah.
commandant. I'm the
I'm
5
the, I'm the commandant.
So he used to come into
Security.
scoops, and everyone was like, "Hey, Mike, we just saw you in Uncle Buck. We just saw you in Goodfellas. We just saw you in this." So I was singing at the time, and he knew me, and he says, "Lou," he says, just like I would tell your daughter, singing and dancing and comedy, you have to act. I mean, great, especially singers make great actors. Streisand, Sinatra, Academy Award,
So on.
So I said, I'm the singer, you're the actor. I'll stick to what I'm good at. So he got me a couple of auditions, and I booked one of the auditions, and it was I told you it was a spin-off on CBS of a film that it wasn't picked up. We did the pilot
This was before BRONXTLE.
before BRONXTLE, but a couple of weeks. But through that, I got an agent. I got an agency that was started sending me out, and then like maybe a month or 2 months later, I got booked. And what was cool was BRONXTLE was an open call, and they had 300, 400 actors showing up down in Fordham to be seen, and I mean it was ridiculous. But since I had an agency, because I had a little acting experience, got in as an audition, like a time
Right.
slot, like a 3:00 my audition. Went down to Tribeca, so I was lucky because I wasn't standing on a line for 6 hours.
Which is what most people had to do.
Most of the guys did that. I had a 3:00 appointment, so I go down to Tribeca. I couldn't even drive at the time. I didn't have a license. I was 15 years old. My father drove all the way down, cursed all the way down to the Tribeca. You got to come
Trying
down
to get you ready for
here.
a fight.
He's like, you got to come down here. What the hell are we doing? I was sitting in traffic, or whatever. We get down there, And Ellen Chenoweth, who's a huge casting agent, I'm still friends with her, said, and Chaz was there, who nobody knew Chaz at the time. Nobody knew who he was. And I